What's good, people? We're here with part 32 of Chronicon. Shout out to archaix.com. Get onto the Archaix YouTube channel and subscribe to that goodness. In the background, we got some Donnie Darko cranking. This is Duran Duran Notorious. Shouts to Sparkle Motion. If you haven't seen Donnie Darko, go watch it right now. It will change your life. Let's get into the readout, shall we? Let's waste no time. Now, we mentioned in part 31 that the Nephilim had rebelled against the Anunnaki, similar to how the Anunnaki rebelled against the Eternal One. Now, the apocalypse here occurred during the reign of the 7 kings before the flood, just as a similar apocalypse would again transpire during the reign of the 7 kings, the Nephilim overlords, in the future, 21st century AD. Many among the giants turned to cannibalism, and humans became a source of food. No thank you. That's disgusting. Just plant me a fruit tree or some vegetables, man. Nephilim are wilding out here. 2335 BC that was. We're jumping down to 2291 BC. The 7th king of the Nephilim dynasty of the 7 kings is Uburutu of Shurapak, a city that Noah had lived in. Uburutu would reign 18,600 shahs, evenings and mornings, or 51.6 years to the Great Flood in 2239 BC. 51 years and 240 days. The 240 days of Uburutu's reign added to the 120 days of his predecessor's reign complete the final year, 360 days. Uburutu's reign will be cut off by the deluge, which involves planet Phoenix in 2239 BC, but as the 7th king, he will reappear in the future of the 21st century AD in the apocalypse in 2052 AD, as described in the Revelation account, where the 8th king is of the 7. In the year 2046 AD, Nibiru will nearly collide into Earth and alter its orbit around the sun during an invasion of Anunnaki. The Revelation text relating that a third of the day and night would be reduced because Earth's spin rate is increased. Thus, the ancient 360-day year in the future after 2046 AD would become 240 days. Interestingly, the ancient Persians believed that the historic time before the flood saw the rulership of the Abad dynasty, known for avarice, murder, vice, and the total collapse of civilization. This perfectly reflects the Revelation account, which calls this 7th king Abaddon. He is the destroyer. The Jewish calendar seems to embody this wickedness in that 1380 is 10 orbits of Phoenix at 138 years each. This date is 52 years before the flood. 2283 BC. The ancient record on the golden tablets translated for King Philippus in 498 BC claimed that in this year the texts upon the tablets were copied from off the surfaces of the Great Pyramid to preserve for future posterity after the flood. This is consistent with other traditions about Noah preserving records and many references among old writings that claimed that the surfaces of the pyramids at Giza were covered in texts. This was the 556th year of Noah, the 54th year of Shem. 2281 BC. The Anunnaki homeworld, Nibiru, reaches Aphelion far out in the Kuiper Belt, the furthest distance it travels from the sun. It was last in the inner system 366 years priorly in 2647 BC, and now begins its 366-year journey back toward the inner system below the ecliptic. 2254 BC, traditional date for the Chinese flood in which Fuhai, Noah, survived. This demonstrates that the Chinese knew that Fuhai lived for hundreds of years, for they believed him to have been born in 2944 BC. The Chinese date is only 15 years off, and we find here evidence that the ancient Chinese were aware about planet Phoenix, which initiated the flood disaster. They ascribe a life to Fuhai of 690 years, 2944 to 2254 BC, 690 being 5 orbits of Phoenix at 138 years each. 2244 BC. Lamech, father of Noah, dies at age 777. Many righteous people still holding to the elder faith begin dying, the Creator allowing for the demise of those that believe in Him in those days before the deluge, so that they should not see the evil which He had declared to come. Noah chooses the 3 daughters of Elikim, the son of Methuselah, who is the son of Enoch, to marry his 3 sons, Japheth, Shem, and Ham. These were Enoch's granddaughters, and Noah was married to Naamah, Enoch's daughter. Because of escalating violence, Noah moved his family to a place appointed in the wilderness to escape the giants, or the Nephilim. God instructs him on the designs of a massive wooden structure designed to float, a ship, and Noah begins the 5-year-long project. Alright, we're going to stop it there, and we will be back with more Chronicon tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed that readout. Ciao.